So, a new direct dropped today, and it was really solid. Like, extremely solid. Like, no complaints solid. And I want to talk about it. There's a lot of news in there that had me interested, some that had me a little skeptical for what's to come, but overall, I believe that almost all the headliners there will turn out to be outstanding, enjoyable experiences. But I don't want this intro to go too long, so without further ado, let's get into the games. Alright, let's see what we got here. RPG. Everybody want to switch. Who the hell even asked for that? Ah, here we go. New Pokemon news. It looks like new Pokemon news. I haven't really talked about it on the channel, so before we start, yes, I am a fan of Pokemon, and yes, I am one of those fans who buy all the games, despite the fact that I think the games have been declining. I do have fun while playing the games, despite the flaws, blah, blah, blah. You've heard all this stuff before. I'm not the first person you'll ever hear say this crap. But from that, you can probably already assume that my opinion on these are basically in the middle. For the Teal Mask part of the expansion, I really like the setting. The whole rural Japan where there's a mountain festival type thing going on is always something I enjoy. With the whole mountain festival setting, there's not really much you can go wrong with, and I think I'm going to enjoy it. What I'm really interested in is what's going to happen during said festival. What does Mr. Main Protagonist looking ass and his sister have to do with this? What ogre did these three mofos protect the mountain from? Cause no lie, they looking kind of weak, and I can't see them stopping a Manaphy honestly. And then there's Teal Mask itself. Is it the ogre? Can it transform? Is it one of my favorite new Pokemon designs? I don't know, but we'll find out in due time, I guess. But the Teal Mask isn't the only expansion dropping. We also have to talk about the Indigo Disc. Oh yeah, we're going back to school again. Except it looks like a Battle Academy specifically, and there's a giant manufactured wild area just chilling inside of it. I would say I'm going to enjoy this more than the other one since it seems to be a bit more battle centric than the other one. But if I've learned anything from the Sword and Shield DLC, is that Game Freak is afraid of making things go past level 60 when level scaling is involved. So they're all getting soloed by my shiny Perfect IV best Terra type EV trained Tatsugiri. So with that being the case, the only thing that really interests me with this one is the Indigo Disc itself. Is it like the Origin Terra Pokemon or something? Because that's what it's looking like so far. Again, we'll see what happens. Honestly, my biggest takeaway from these two trailers is that I get to make my normal squad again. Let's go.
It's a supersonic squad of superstars.
Sonic Superstars looks sick. This is probably the most hype I've been for a Sonic game in years. Like, I haven't genuinely been excited for a Sonic game since like Generations dropped way back when. I've heard a bit of criticism on it saying that it looks a bit slower compared to like the originals in Mania, but I think once we actually get our hands on the game, all this stuff will just melt away as we enjoy the return to form. Aside from that though, Amy looks cool. The graphics look like graphics. It's on the Switch. It's a Switch presentation. It's gonna look like a Switch game, but I'm sure it'll look good everywhere else it drops. But overall, I think everyone will enjoy this game. Except the Sonic community, because they don't enjoy anything. But I have hope. I think the game's going to be good. And I think it's going to be great. Alright, so what's next? New Splatfest. Why did they make it Vanilla Strawberry Mint instead of having chocolate? I literally could not care less about the Detective Pikachu. If I talk about it, I'll go on a voice acting rant. Wait, what the? Super Mario RPG is back, baby. You know, the funniest thing about this announcement is literally just last night I was in a voice call, a Discord call with the boys, and I said, anybody who thought we were getting Mario RPG was on copium, and it wasn't happening, blah, blah, blah. Well, I was wrong, dead wrong. Not only was I dead wrong, but it actually looks really good. This is a faithful remaster done right. It literally looks like they said, hey, you see the SNES sprites? Let's make those 3D models. Like, the whole game just looks like the SNES game, but it's 3D models now. And the SNES game was already trying to like kind of imitate 3D, like a lot of SNES games did. Like, they did this little 3D model thing, but they made sprites that look like 3D models, and it was really cool. Or they like made 3D models and turned them into sprites. I'm not sure which one they did with Mario RPG, but anyways, this game is going to be great. It looks great. I know it's gonna play great because the original did. I love me a Mario RPG. I cannot wait for this. Alright, now I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. So Dragon Quest looks pretty cool, you know. But that's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this Pikmin 4 news, man. But before that, they just dropped the Pikmin 1 and 2 HD release with Joy-Con controls. So the entire Pikmin franchise is now playable on Switch. No, I will not mention Hey Pikmin because no one cares. Now, let's get on to Pikmin 4. This game looks superb, bruh. Like, before I get into gameplay, wow. Man, this series has proven once again that it is one of Nintendo's most beautiful franchises. Pikmin 3's graphics in terms of Nintendo games was on a whole different level when it dropped back on the Wii U, and they did it again with this one. The game looks stunning. Now as far as gameplay goes, I mean, it's more Pikmin, you know. You can't really go wrong with the simple gameplay of throwing Pikmin, creating strategies using the different variety of Pikmin to clear obstacles, and, you know, just completing objectives. It's just really solid, and you can't really go wrong with it. But this time they're switching up by adding this dog thingy, Oatchi. So Oatchi, in my opinion, don't know if this is a hot take, but I think he's kinda unnecessary. He doesn't look too intrusive to the gameplay or anything, but I personally just don't think we need a dog companion in a Pikmin game. Not only that, but he's just adding to the water Pikmin sucks argument, because you can just ride Oatchi across the water. And I know water Pikmin will still have the use of being able to pick things up that are underwater, while Oatchi obviously won't. And, you know, it's whatever, but, you know, I'll get over it. It's nothing crazy. He looks fine. He's fine. You know, it's just, I don't think we need another dog companion. It looks like he's trying to do, like they're trying to do what they did with Poochie, like just for marketing specifically. They're going like, let's bring this dog thing in here and make them all cute and stuff, so like, you know, people will buy the game. But people would have bought the game regardless. So I honestly just don't see the point of OG, but whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna skip past the Olimar battle and the underground stuff because I want to know more first. By the way, yes, that is obviously Olimar, and we're probably gonna rescue him by the end of the game. It's pretty obvious, just look at it, right? But what I want to talk about, these nighttime expeditions. These ghostly looking glow Pikmin are so cool, and finally being able to explore at night is a wonderful addition to the game. That looks like it'll be a nice little side thing to do, you know, when main story is not happening or whatever. And I'm sure there's gonna be a forced main story moment about it, right? But it doesn't look like it's gonna be completely mandatory, but I could be wrong, right? Like, I know there's probably some real purpose to it, like exclusive rewards and stuff, but as of right now, from the gameplay they showed us, it just kind of looks like a glow Pikmin tower defense where you protect their nests. But really, I can't wait to get this game. Like, it's an instant buy for me. Alright, let's see what else we got. We got Mario Kart characters. Ooh, a new WarioWare that looks incredibly mid that I'd rather not talk about. And here we are. Mario 1. Psych. Hold it. We gotta rewind for a second because there's one game in here that really surprised me, bro. We have to talk about Penny's Big Breakaway. This game looks amazing. Alright, so a little bit more about me. Look, I can confidently say that 3D platformers are in my top 3 genres of games ever. Like, I love me a good 3D platformer, but I've been a bit disappointed because they don't come out very often. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of indie ones out right now, but I haven't been looking, so I've really been itching for an adventure, especially after playing Tori. I just been really wanting a 3D platformer to really sink my teeth into, and this looks like the one. The art style, charming. The movement looks insanely fun, and that's about it. That's all I need in a 3D platformer. When this game drops, I am positive that it's going to be an instant hit, and if no one else is looking out for it, I'm gonna be looking out for it, because genuinely is like a modern classic in the making, like 100%. I cannot wait to play Penny's Big Breakaway. I cannot wait for it, bro. Okay, with that out the way, we can talk about Super Mario Wonder, and oh my god. Okay, bro, look. They're finally doing something unique with 2D Mario. Like, for so long, it felt as if Nintendo could only put creativity and imagination to Mario games that contain a Z-axis in it. But this game genuinely looks like a step in the right direction. Everything they showed us genuinely looks like it's going to be one of the most fun and unique Mario games to drop in a long while. We got the pipes coming alive. We got Daisy. We got Spike Ball Mario, hat gliding, and the best of all, we got Elephant Mario for some reason, I guess. But yeah, this was a wonderful game to end the Direct off with, and I wonder how people are going to perceive the game on launch. Okay, I'll leave now. like, comment, subscribe, and all the other YouTube stuff. Okay, bye-bye.